everyone, welcome back. And this is my review of Higurashi When They Cry, Episode 6. Okay. Very interesting episode. First off, the main thing in this episode, I think, was the, obviously, the club activities that they had in public, which happened in one of the episodes at that public store. I think it was, which happened in one of the episodes in the first season. I don't remember. Was it the second arc or the fifth arc? I'd like to say it's one of those two arcs. But either way, though, it happened again, and there's a purpose for that too, because at the very end of it, instead of Keiichi giving the doll to Rena, he gave it to Mion, which we actually didn't expect to happen, because the first time the scene happened, he gave it to Rena, which ended up hurting Mion's feelings, causing the whole tragedy with Shion and whatnot. And yeah, as we know now, in the second arc we thought that was Mion, but in reality it was actually Shion, as we found out in the fifth arc, blah blah blah. So that actually changed for some reason. And Rena did mention that it's because Keiichi was changing the fate, but Keiichi, as far as we know, is completely unaware, at least in this universe, of the cycles that keep happening. So it obviously was just a coincidence. It must have been. It wasn't anything that he could have planned. You know, obviously he would, though, if he was able to plan something like that to prevent the tragedy from happening. He definitely would, but still. So it's very interesting. Now, obviously this episode does start out with starting the cycle all over once again. However, it starts out very interestingly, because we start with Rika basically monologuing to herself, okay, about the cycles, and how we kind of already knew this, but she's completely aware of them. She keeps being reborn in each of the cycles, okay. Why, we still don't know, but it starts out like that, and then it basically thrusts her spirit into her body, I'm guessing, as she's falling down somewhere, into this new cycle. But we get introduced to this new character, who in the past few episodes has kind of been hinted towards, but not really shown yet. And that character's name is Hayaku, I believe, and she's like this spirit who lives inside of Rika. And apparently they're really connected, which is shown in this pretty funny comedical scene in this episode. It's actually pretty funny. But who exactly is Hayaku? That is yet to be explained, but still, I'm very much enjoying the fact that there is definitely more to Rika than even's been hinted so far in the series, which is saying a lot. There's what the fuck is Rika? I want to know this now. Now, originally I thought that Rika was the cause of everything that's happening, but apparently she's just another victim. In fact, she's the worst victim, because she has to keep reliving all this bullshit over and over and over again. So she really has it the worst, I think, out of anyone in this cycle. Okay, because everyone in the cycle, yeah, they have to keep reliving it, but they're completely unaware of it. Like, Rika has to keep reliving it while still retaining her memories of every other cycle. And according to that Hayaku chick in this episode, they've been reliving it together for over 100 years. From their perspective. Yeah. Over 100 fucking years. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know how I could do that. And the thing is, I would say I might commit suicide if I would probably go crazy enough to commit suicide, but wouldn't she just be put back in the cycle again in a different time? So I really don't think even that would help her. Even having suicidal thoughts in this situation is not a way out, apparently. She is really fucked. But due to Keiichi apparently unknowingly changing the fate at the end of this episode, I guess she does get a bit more optimistic about possibly one day being free from this cycle. Okay. One thing I wonder, though, is at the end of this episode, when she finally does get free from the cycle, if she does, will everyone actually retain their memories of all the other cycles? That'd actually be really interesting if at least all the main characters actually did. Okay. So yeah, And also, there is a scene in this episode where Rika's basically reminiscing on some of the other things that happened in season 1, such as such in the first arc, Keiichi killing Mion and Rena, and Shion basically committing all those murders, and whatnot. So, yeah. So overall, I thought this was a great episode. It's definitely starting to unravel a bit more, I think, but a lot more is gonna have to be explained. There were like literally a gazillion fucking questions in season 1 that are carrying over here to season 2 that need to be answered. But for what it was, I very much enjoyed this episode. Okay, this new character that was introduced, this like spirit character is introduced in this episode. I think that she's going to play a major part in explaining not only a lot about the series in general, but also a lot about Rena and how she'll play a major role in the series. Because obviously, I really highly doubt that they'd introduce a new character right now like this who obviously has a huge fucking connection to Rena without her having a huge fucking purpose in the series. If you know what I mean. So, anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.